Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Boxing. We back again with another one. We got these new WBA rankings for the month of June. We're about to break down. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know how we get to it. Um, I looked at it before. It came out last night, so we got a lot of stuff to cover for sure. Before I get into it, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Drop your comments. You know what I'm saying? Everything is all good. You can follow me on my social media, scrolling across the bottom, Twitter, Instagram. Tap into the website ldubsboxing.com. All right, we're gonna get into it. Andre, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. What do you think about the Gil Cardenas? I'm thinking probably Gary Antonio Russell. I got more on that when I get down there. But yeah, I'm thinking they're gonna get him an interim title fight. Resendez, um, Caleb Plant got a rematch clause. Maybe they do that. Maybe they do Charlo. Beck the Bully won an eliminator, so maybe they do that. We're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, bro. You good. But we're gonna cover all that. So salute to you. Appreciate you coming through. So you guys can find the WBA rankings on their website. Real easy money. Let me do a little screen share for you. So the rankings comes out. The WBA rankings come out the last day of each month, like clockwork. So right after like the Caleb Plant card, the rankings came out. So here we go. All right, heavyweight division. So we know we got a big ass fight coming up July 19th. Usyk and Dubois, undisputed, the rematch. That's a big time fight. So we got some news last week with the regular champion, my man JC in the building. What's good with you? So Pulev is going to fight Michael Hunter. Don King won the purse bid for Pulev and Michael Hunter. They said that fight going to happen August the 23rd. It's a Don King event, so we don't know. We have to see. But the winner of that supposed to face the winner between Fabio Worley and Justice Huoney. Those guys are going to fight June the 7th for the WBA interim title. So you're going to do some type of little consolidation. So that's what it is. DJ in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. So yeah, that's cool. I'm cool with that shit. If they got these belts, I don't really mind it because it's just an opportunity for these guys to make some bread. But it do come a point in time where they have to consolidate. But we know Usyk is the man, so these other belts really don't mean nothing. There's no real confusion because Usyk is the man, and if he beat Dubois, he beat undisputed twice over. So that's what it is. But I'm looking forward to see Fabio Worley fight next week. He's a good fighter. He's fun, entertaining, and he got power. Moses Otamo was number 3. We seen him last week. He climbing up. Jarrell Miller was supposed to face Fabio Worley. I'm thinking maybe he may get an opportunity after that. I don't know. He had to pull out. So we'll see. I remember all the interim shit situations. Yeah, yeah, they supposed to got rid of them. They have reduced them down, but now it's a new age. I don't know. For me, it can be confusing with all these little titles, but I think the main thing we as boxing fans, we've been around for a minute. We know who is the real champion and all that good shit. So it's just another opportunity for fighters to make money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, Nino. Yep, I saw that. Yeah. We're gonna touch on all of that for sure. Yep. So yeah, that's just what it is. Yeah, because what it is, the WBA is real lenient, and they don't really follow their rules a lot. So if you're a champion and you go ask to fight somebody else, they give you that opportunity. They don't really push for mandatories like that. Certain people, but not everybody across the board. So yeah, I mean it's their belt. They do whatever they want to do with it. So I can't trip it. I can't trip to say who don't deserve this and who don't deserve that because you only deserve what your team can get you. So if your team is nice, they can get you uh, opportunities at a regular title or whatever. Then you know what I'm saying. All the power to you. I like Fabio in that fight. Fabio Worley, he got a little mean streak in him. You know what I'm saying. I like him. I like Fabio Worley. Let me see who got some coming. So Herkovic is going down the IBF route. He supposed to face Frank Sanchez. I'm looking to see if that fight gonna be on that Usyk Dubois card. It makes sense. Nelson Heisa. So he is fighting this weekend too. He's number 9. He moved up a couple of spots. He's going to fight on that Fabio Worley card, and I think he's signing with Queensberry. He said facts, Fabio. Yeah, I like Fabio Worley. You know what I'm saying? Is there any news on Benavidez? No, ain't nothing popping with Benavidez. Benavidez probably come back in the fall. Um, Probably the fall. Yeah, I want to go to one of his fights for sure. Oh yeah, yes sir. Yeah, Benavidez probably the fall, September, maybe push back to November. Let me see. Deontay Pettigrew is fighting in Argentina. They got an event. The WBA has an event, KO Drugs in Argentina. I think it's next week, June the 13th and 14th. Dave Allen's a new entry. So Dave Allen just signed with Matchroom coming off the Johnny Fisher win. So yeah, that's what it is though. Heavyweight division. I'm looking forward to that undisputed fight. His Bridgerweight, not a lot of stuff going on at Bridgerweight. I know the champion, Muslim, got some Megamorph. He's a solid fighter, but it is what it is. This division, like I said, I don't mind it, but they're not fighting each other. Like for example, 1 versus 3 or 2 versus 4, nothing like that popping. Now Andrew Tabiti, that's a recognizable name. He's fighting in Ghana, June 13th, and his fight will be on the zone. So maybe he can bring some life to this division. 224 pounds. It really don't make sense to have this division when you're a unified champion and #1 heavyweight comes in at 223. So it is what it is. Cruiserweight. So we got the unified champion, Zerto Ramirez, WBA, WBO. He's going to make his WBA mandatory defense against Janelle Dorticos. That's the end of the month, June 28th. Pretty solid fight because Dorticos is going to bring that smoke. You know what I'm saying? He's a big right-handed puncher. The right hand is a southpaw killer. Zerto been looking real good, boxing real well as of late. Since moving up to cruiserweight, he's been looking real solid. So that should be a good fight. That's on the Jake Paul card. The other 2 champions, Badu Jack, WBC, he should have some mandatories too, man. It's a lot of shit he got to take care of. And then J.R. Bataya, IBF, he's fighting next week, June the 8th, making a title defense down in Australia. So, yeah, this division has an opportunity to have 1 champion, undisputed. So, we'll see if they can get to it. Steph in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Going down the rankings, let me see who got some coming. Mike Perez, he's fighting next week on the Fabio Worley card. He's fighting for a regional title. We got former champions, Billum Smith, Joe Smith Jr. Yeah, what that kid at? I just seen him. Oh, my man right here, number 5, Olis. Yo, the African cruiserweight, he just fought last week. Big, strong dude. He number 5. He jumped up like maybe 9 or 10 spots. That's what's up, though. That dude right there can punch. Big old strong dude. He's with Queensberry. He had a highlight reel knockout last week. So, yeah, I like that. Yeah, get some new blood up in there. Like heavyweight. So, we got Dimitri Bivol is unified. Unified champion for Bivol. He's going to run it back with Arthur Beterbiev sometime late this year. So we'll see. We'll see when their date. October. Riyadh season is like October. They have a card in December. So we'll see. So that's what Bivol doing next. He got stripped of the WBC. So Benavidez is a WBC champion and WBA regular champion. So it's kind of confusing, but we all know. But it's not really confusing because Benavidez is the #1 contender in the light heavyweight division. So he should be getting the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev. Like we all understand that. So no matter how many belts they have and how many trinkets, we know Benavidez is the next man up. Should be. If he let his hands go, you know what I'm saying, and he got his footwork and he's accurate, he probably can. But I think Andy Cruz outboxing. Yeah, all boxing. Um, we've been knowing this for quite a while. Sometime with 175. Yeah, we know who's the man. We know Benavidez should get the winner. Benavidez should be back later this year, though. They talking about Callum Smith. That makes sense. Those are two next guys up. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? But Benavidez is definitely always fun to watch. And for sure. Yeah, you gotta go to a Benavidez fight, Andre. That dude, he's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? For sure. He be running them numbers too. Let me see. So David Morrell, he's number 2. He's gonna fight number 10, Katiev. That's July the 12th. That's a good fight. Katiev is an Olympic bronze medalist. Um, and we know Morrell, what he brings to the table. That's gonna be a fun fight. He still trains with Bozy, right? Oh yeah, Eddie Cruz does. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, he be putting on for sure. Nah, for sure he do. So yeah, but Morrell versus Katiev, that's a good fight. Albert Ramirez, look, he's a kind of a dark horse at 75. He's a good fighter, southpaw from Venezuela. He's actually fighting this week, June the 5th. He's fighting in Canada. This is a real good fighter, Albert Ramirez. That's a good ranking for him. Anthony Yard, not sure what's next for him. Um, I like a Bawaxi fight if he can't get Callum Smith. Look at Arlen Lopez. That's a Cuban fighter, so you already know what they bring to the table. Let me see who got something coming. Dion Nicholson, number 11. He's fighting on Deontay Wilder's undercard, June 27th. BLK Prime. Najee Lopez, Ben Whitaker, two up and coming guys. So yeah, man, for sure. These guys got an opportunity, can fight some of the guys in these rankings and build themselves up on with it. I never been to Vegas, Dub. I'm trying to catch one of the fights in Vegas. Hopefully, yeah, man. Hopefully, you get out there, bro. You have a good time. A lot of stuff to do. A lot of good stuff too. You go out there, have fun. Uh, yeah, Benavidez. Yeah, Benavidez is like that. I heard Yard Smith was going to duke it out. Yeah, we'll see. Not done yet. We'll see if they can make that fight. I know. Callum Smith and Benavidez having talks though, for sure. Yeah, they having talks. We'll see. One of the three. Like one of them two gonna fight Benavidez, Yard or Callum Smith. I prefer Callum Smith, and I prefer Yard versus Bawaxi. All right, 168. 168 been hot. We had a a big ass weekend for 168, Friday and Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So we know Canelo is undisputed. He gonna fight Crawford September. Just waiting for those guys to officially announce it. They'll probably announce it like the second week of June. They should have a press conference to announce everything. So we got a new interim champion, Jose Armando Resendez. We seen him last night take it to Caleb Plant. Good little upset. So he's the interim champion. We'll see what they can do for him. I actually like Resendez versus Beck the Bully. Honestly, I know maybe Charlo can get the fight, but I actually like that fight better. Because I think Charlo probably looking for bigger names. Honestly, maybe they still do the Caleb Plant fight. Maybe Andrade is a big name that we all know. They got some history too. Maybe do something else, but he still, we got options. Beck the Bully won the title eliminator on Friday in a real good fight. I think the best fight of the weekend. Beck the Bully versus Darius Fugum. Real good fight. Fugum. Real good fight. So that takes Beck the Bully to number 1. Jamal Charlo is number 2 off what he did last night. He won a regional title. So that gives him that spot. And as we all know, Charlo and Plant was good to go for the fall. It's just when you lose, you gotta look at shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys fight on the same card or have a fight signed already or at least agreed to. But if you lose, it's kind of throw a monkey wrench in that shit. Because maybe your team wants you to go get another fight to get yourself back together, or maybe the value of the fight changes when you lose. Your tax bracket change when you lose. So you can have a fight agreed to, but when you lose, that money that you probably agreed to may have to go down. You know what I'm saying? And we all know these guys. That fight was built up. The poster had Charlo and Plant on it, and then at the fine print, Jamal Charlo versus Thomas Lamana. Caleb Plant versus Jose Resendez. So if you look at this shit real fast, you think, damn, Plant and Charlo about to fight. So we already knew what that was. We're gonna have to see if they're gonna still do that fight. Some fans may still want to see it. I'm cool with it. You know, Charlo looked solid last night. Plant, he got tired early, and Resendez took advantage of that. Um, you know, I wouldn't mind Charlo. I just want to see Charlo active at the end of the day. So if Charlo can get one of the other champions, if he can get Canelo, that's the other champion, Canelo. But if he can get one of the other bigger names, I'm with that. I like a Berlanga fight with Charlo. That'd be fun. The build up would be fun. I still like Charlo and Andre because that's unfinished business. Even though we haven't seen Andre in a while, but that's still, it is what it is. So we're gonna see. But super middleweight is heating up. We got we got we got Trevor McCombie versus Diego Pacheco coming up July 19th. We got Christian and Billy versus Selecki, WBC interim title. That's June the 27th. We got Lester Martinez. He's number 3 right here. He's gonna fight June the 12th on Pro Box. He's facing that French guy. I forget how to spell his name, how to say his name, but he's fighting him, Pierre something. I know he fought Beck the Bully, if you guys remember. We got Beck the Bully. DFG can come back. You know what I'm saying? If Caleb Plant can get himself together, let's see what he can do. Number 8, we got Callum Simpson. He's fighting on June the 7th. He got a hometown fight, fighting for the European title. So 68 is actually waking up a little bit. That's what's up. It's waking up a little bit. Yeah, that's a good fight. I like Morrell. That's a good fight. 68 is it's a solid division. Got some good guys in there. Yeah, Emiliano Vargas. His opponent. I got his opponent. Hold on, I got that shit. Give me a second. I got it. I'll drop it for you. Um, yeah, they announced that card this week. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, super middleweight is solid, yo. Super middleweight is solid. I like super middleweight. You know what I'm saying? It'll probably be better when Canelo go ahead and move up and do his thing. But we'll see. Let me see. I seen the opponent for him. Alexander Espinoza. Go ahead and look that up. Alexander Espinoza. Let me find his box rec. I'll make it easier for you. Alexander Espinoza. That's his opponent. That's Emiliano Vargas' opponent. I think he's from one of them Central America countries or some shit. I got you right here. 1 second. We'll get right back to the rankings. Hold on. Got you covered, bro. There you go. If you're still in the building, there you go. Go check that out. That's his opponent right there. Beck the Bully, like more Tyler, can't get out second gear. He did some tricky shit in that fight. He was landing to the body, and then he landed like a right hook, a jab, a follow behind that. I mean, DFG, his defense wasn't the best. No, he always gasses out. That's what I'm saying. That's why, I don't know. It ain't really surprising to me. Um, yeah, I definitely want to see it. Charlo still looks good. Always set for power. Yeah, he's a good fighter for sure. Charlo good. Emmanuel Peregrine in the building. Salute. I mean, I seen that guy fight before. I believe he got like 6 or 7 losses or some shit like that. But I mean, you can check him out on your own, and you can tell me if he's straight. I seen him before. That Espinoza guy. Berlanga is a free agent now. Chance on him fighting Charlo. I mean, it depends on the schedule. I know he's fighting in July. Um, if he can go over there and work with PBC, they fuck with him. They fuck with Berlanga because they thought he did a great job promoting that fight with Canelo behind the scenes. So they was impressed with him. So I'm pretty sure he can go back over there and get that fight with Charlo if it's big enough and if the money is right. He got the right team because he has Keith Connolly. Berlanga probably don't need no promoter. He got the best manager in the game. So yeah, I think it's possible. I think it can happen. They said, well, yeah, check him out though. That's the opponent. I don't know if they announced it, but that's the opponent right there. All right. Keep it moving. 160. So we got Lara. He's the champion. No mandatory yet, but I like that Hernandez kid. I'm not sure if they're going to fight the Cubans and shit, but that Hernandez is serious. We seen him last night against Chiron. He won't play no games. So Lara, I can see Lara fighting somebody like Shane Moses Jr. on the Tank Davis undercard. I can see that. It's a possibility that Carlos Adames and Janabek can get made for a PBC show. Probably maybe the Tank undercard. But those guys, I know it's quiet. That's why it's good. That's why I believe it's going to happen because nobody been talking about it. I think I may be the only person on here talking about Carlos Adames and Janabek fight next. I know Carlos Adames had a mandatory and he was in negotiations, but the shit was due over a month ago. It's crazy. If they was really going to fight or if it's something to that shit, they would have been announced it. Because when they push the purse bid back, they come out with the news about it. Oh, this shit getting pushed back a week. But they ain't said nothing about Adamas and his mandatory. This shit that's been quiet. So that tells me Janabek may slide in. And another reason, the mandatory, his name is Nareem Nosotanov. Him and Janabek are from the same country, Kazakhstan, but they also have the same manager, Igis Clemens. I can see them working something out where he take a step aside agreement and we get Adamas versus Janabek. I mean, I'm just saying that's what I see. So we'll see. I'm praying for that because that's the best fight at 160. And then maybe Lara get a little fight, stay active. Shane Moses Jr. is a free agent. He's not with Golden Boy. So maybe he been calling for Lara. That's the type of opponent Lara been fighting ever since he became champion at 160. So why not? And then maybe they can build up to undisputed, you know what I'm saying, at 160. And that would bring a lot of life to 160 as well. So we'll see. We'll see what's to it. Um, he said, I feel Charlo, the dog in him. He has a dog in him. He lost the dog in him. I don't know. I know that guy real talented. Charlo was talented as hell. He got a good chin, good jab, strong. That's gonna take him a long way. I think he lost a step probably in the speed department, but everything else, he looked good to me. Strong. So 160, let me see. We see Hernandez, he's number one. Conor Coyle. So Conor Coyle have an asterisk by his name. He's trying to petition to fight a mandatory or fight for like a Reggie belt or interim title. That's why he got that. So he's trying to petition a mandatory position. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what comes to that. Ammo Williams is supposed to fight an IBF eliminator. Now, originally it's supposed to be on Bam's undercard, but it probably slide to August. We got Yuri Cedeno. He just signed with Top Rank. He's a middleweight. I like him. Dominican middleweight. He's gonna fight on Keyshawn's card this week, this Saturday. And Eric Priest. Eric Priest had a good win. Eric Priest had a good win last weekend over Luis Arias. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. I see Elijah Garcia down here. Let me mention this. I won't be surprised if Elijah Garcia get the Erislandy Lara fight, and I say that because he lost his last fight to Terrell Goucher. We all saw that shit, but they gave it to him. A lot of times when that happens, when you know you lost, but they give it to you anyway, they got something already planned for you. Look at Arnold Barbosa, prime example. Sean McComb outboxed him easy money last year. What happened with Barbosa after that? He went and got a Jose Ramirez fight, got a Jack Catterall fight, and then got a big fight with Teofimo. So that's why I'm thinking, because Goucher is their guy too. Why not give Goucher the nod? He won the fight, but they didn't. And then Goucher, you're gonna see in the next division, he dropped down to 154, and Goucher haven't fought at 154 for 3 years since the Tim Tszyu fight. You know what I'm saying? So they can't get shit by me like that. I be paying attention to that shit. So that's what it tells me that Lara, he may fight Elijah Garcia on the Tank Davis undercard. And the reason why I'm saying Tank Davis undercard because that's a WBA event. And normally, if you look at it, if it's like a big fight or the main event is like for the WBA title, you may have another WBA title up under that or something like that. Look at last night. We had all WBA events. Look at Pacquiao's card. Pacquiao fighting for the WBC against Barrios. Underneath that, you got Fundora versus Tim Tszyu, WBC. You know, I'm just following the trail. That's all I do. I follow the trail. So we're gonna see what's up though. Um, so I want to see Adamas fight more. He too nice. He goes to Gary Antoine. And Adamas, he does what Gary wants. Yeah, Adamas, he gonna be back this year. He gonna be back. Troy Isley must be going down to IBF or WBO route. Probably WBO. He top ranked. He ranked in the WBO for sure. Want to see Elijah Garcia more too. Yeah, he just fought though. He just fought not too long ago. So you gonna probably see him again. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the guys that fought already this year, you gonna see him again. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen what's his name already. We seen Jesus Ramos twice this year. He fought twice within 2 months. So you'll probably see him again for sure. All right, moving down. 154. So Crawford still has the WBA title. We probably gonna relinquish that once the Canelo fight, you know, once it happens. The interim champion is Tellis, and recess you got Jamel Charlo. So for Yoenis Tellis, I'm thinking he gonna get the Terrell Goucher fight. Like I mentioned, Terrell Goucher, he been ranked at 154 for the last 2 or 3 months. So that's telling me something. That just don't happen. They don't just wake up and say, "Damn, let's put Terrell Goucher back at 54." You know what I'm saying? So I'm just following. You know, they throw in the lob. I'm trying to dunk that shit. So that's what I can see happening next. Number 7, he fought last night too. Lasario, Isak Lasario. He had a second round stoppage victory. He's one of Samson's guys. So number 7, he was unranked last month. Now he's number 7. So maybe he got some spicy coming too. You know what I'm saying? Kakarot is up in there. That's an overtime fighter. He moved up a couple of spots. So yeah, you know, it's cool. I've been paying attention to when these guys pop into these new rankings because that tells me they got something popping. So 154, still a good division. You got Fundora versus Tim Tszyu, the rematch coming up. We got Xander Zayas fighting for the vacant WBO against Garcia. That should be a fun fight. Batum Mutazaliev, he might have to wait for his mandatory, Erickson Lubin, because he don't have the team and he don't have the platform with his promoter to get a stay busy fight or whatever. He gonna have to get the big fight or get a bigger fight. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these promoters ain't willing to bring him over to their platform without certain guarantees and stuff like that. He's not a big name. He high risk, low reward. So if you bring him over to fight your guy, more than likely Bachman gonna get busy on your guy. So he gonna have to probably play ball and go to other people's platform and then get tied into like options and shit like that. So that's why we haven't seen him. And we probably won't see him until later this year against Lubin, because Lubin just won the mandatory. So we'll see. Welterweight, so we're gonna touch on that real quick. Welterweight, we got Bruce Sanders, unified champion. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it. Let me get back in the chat though. Another match between Salas and former trainer. There, let's go. Let's get it. Vargas Jr. ain't ranked here. Yeah, he ain't fought nobody really to really be ranked though. You know what I'm saying? And they probably could have got him ranked, but maybe they ain't going to the sanction bodies yet. We'll get him some more. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he's a top 15 guy anyway, if we're being real. But yeah, he should be ranked based off his name, I guess. Blunt Sports in the building was good with you. Yeah, Boucher becoming a gatekeeper now for sure. Test those young guys. Pac-Man Barrios. That's a good card for sure. Perro in the building was good with you. Charlo versus Ramos Jr. I don't know now. I don't know. That fight was mentioned, but I don't know. Maybe it could happen. I ain't gonna say it's impossible. I know Ramos had two fights this year, February 1st and March 22nd. Then he hurt his hand in that second fight. So I'm not sure they're gonna wait. And this PBC, man, he lucky he got two fights out the way. You know what I'm saying? He got two fights. That don't normally happen. Maybe somebody pulled out or they need to help the show or something. So I don't know. We'll see if Charlo come back to Jesus Ramos. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. I wouldn't mind the fight. I feel like they're going to speed him up because he's pushing 30. I mean, it's up to his team, though. Who is on his team that's going to put him in position? Marv Nation. You know what I'm saying? What's the man's name? Nathan. I forget his name, but the guy from Marv Nation, his dad, who was putting him in position. He's with Egus Clemens, right? Are those guys getting him? They should be able to get him ranked if it's like that. So, should be easy money. He got the name. He come off like two or three wins. He should be healthy and ready to go. I mean, probably later in the year though. You know what I'm saying? Back to back training camps. Injure your hand. You may need a time off. Those training camps be the one stopping these guys' career, not the actual fight. These training camps. So you're going to back to back training camps, keeping that regimen up. Your body needs to rest. So I would say if Jesus Ramos come back, it's going to be later this year. And they should tag team him up with Benavidez. Tag team him back up with Benavidez for sure. Yes, sir. So we'll see. So Boots, we know he turned down a Teofimo fight. For my knowledge, they waiting to see what's going to happen with Norman and Sasaki. That makes sense. They got the mandatory with Giasaw, but they probably can get that step aside. So that's what they're waiting for. It makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And because Brian Norman is fighting in 2 weeks. I mean, what's the point of signing the face Teofimo? If you want to be undisputed, then you gotta stay on that path. You know what I'm saying? Because people think, well, oh, he can go fight Teofimo in August, and then he can turn around and make the Brian Norman fight. That shit, it sounds good, but in this business of boxing, it don't always play out like that. They already did that shit just now. Brian Norman fought 2 weeks before. He fought 2 weeks before Boots did, and he had a fight like like a week after Boots fought. He already had a fight signed already. When that dude wrote that 12-page letter to him, Jen Sasaki, right? He already had the fight signed. So now for Boots, he can play the game where, you know what, we're not gonna get him no other options. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like a little crease where you can make a fight real quick. You know what I'm saying? Well, you should have been trying to wait for Boots. Now I can see Boots them just like, you know what? If he wins, whether if he wins or Sasaki win, we're gonna go after the winner. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm with that. He trying to get unification with Brian Norman. Probably unlikely that he'll get the unification with the WBC. So I can see him doing one more fight with Brian Norman, and that's gonna be effectively his undisputed fight. And then he goes up to 154. You know, that's what I see. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, yeah, that's the only logical answer. He said duck. Nah, he ain't ducking no Teofimo. If that's the case, then shit. Teofimo, how many people he ducked? You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody ducking you, but you ducking everybody else, what that makes you? I don't know. I don't think he ducking them. He said you can't turn down Teofimo if you have a plan already. If you don't have a plan already, but you don't know that, and a lot of other people don't know that though. Yeah, a lot of people don't know what he's got going on because he ain't out here talking and speaking. From my vantage point, I think it makes sense to go after the Brian Norman fight. To be honest, um, I think it do. If the guy look, what what telling us that if he beat Brian Norman, that he won't entertain a Teofimo fight after that, and then that would make it even more crucial because Teofimo can become the mandatory. So you'll have 3 belts on the line, plus the Ring magazine. You're not gonna get the WBC. I ain't even tripping out there. We know that. So what's the rush? You know what I'm saying? If he go get the Brian Norman belt, and then what's the problem with making the Teofimo fight after that? Well, that's probably one suggestion ain't nobody say, but I got you covered. Even though I mean Teofimo, I'm not mad at the Teofimo fight. I'm not trying to excuse or nothing like that. But I understand if he want to unify with a champion in his division. For me, Teofimo is number one at 140. Boost is number one at 147. It's natural for the number one guy to go test themselves with the other number one guy. I'm cool with that. But if the champion want to unify, then why not? I mean, you look at it this way: what plans did Jerron? I mean, what plans did Teofimo has going to one a welterweight? You know what I'm saying? Because he turned down Brian Norman last year, where he could have fought him next. That could have been his next fight. Instead of Barbosa, his next fight could have been Brian Norman Jr. He turned it down. You know what I'm saying? So it's still that fight still can happen. You know what I'm saying? Whether it happen next or happen down the line, it still can happen. I mean, look, if he gets the WBO title, it makes even more sense because Teofimo is the super champion. He can call that number anytime he wants to. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know that ducking shit and all this back and forth. This because it depends on who you like. But I bring kind of different light to this shit because I don't have no claim. I don't have no dog in the race, so I can speak my shit and it don't come off as I'm sucking this dude nuts or whatever. It's just me looking at it logically. If he can fight Brian Norman and it's an opportunity because the Brian Norman and Boost fight, y'all probably don't know this, but the time to make that fight ain't now. The time to make that fight is for the fall. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all like, oh shit, how the fuck you know? Well, I've been on some inside type of shit, so you can't tell everything. But it makes sense to happen like after this fight with Brian Norman, what he trying to do. He wins, now that shit is on the clock. Because they can hold off the mandatories because Giasov is a WBA mandatory. IBF mandatory is Lewis, what's the kid's name? Yeah, Lewis Crocker. But they put to the side because Eddie gonna deal with those. Um, I'm telling you, Boots and Norman is the fight to make next, and that's the more realistic fight. After that, then what Teofimo should do is exercise his super championship privilege and say, I want to be the mandatory for the winner. And then he got 3 belts on the line. Last time he had 3 belts and he called himself undisputed. Well, he can do it again. So that's just my logic on shit. Because I don't have no dog in the race. So I can kind of I can be on both sides because I don't really got no, what I'm saying? I can do the devil's advocate shit. Um, he said, I want undisputed or I'm moving up. I don't think Boots have that many fights at 47. I actually think maybe one, maybe two, and he up out of there. Man, folks still talking crazy. Know what I'm saying? I think they do have a plan. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Oh no, you good, bro. That's all good. It's all good. I think you should wait. Yeah, I think he should wait for Norman. No, it's all good, bro. We good. He put pressure on Eddie. He turned down Norman last year. That's what I'm saying. He turned down a bunch of dudes last year. Collect the hardware for meaningful fights. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the Tez Fimo fight will still be available. Still be available. He good to he can get that fight if he still can get it. He can use the WBO route. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody ducking to like I don't see what he's ducking. I think that's gonna be one of his easier fights. No matter if Teofimo fights up to his competition. He ain't never fought nobody like in the ring that can match his athletic ability, and just as he's stronger, faster. I don't know. I don't see nothing to duck, but I feel like that fight still can happen. But then do what he did when he moved to 47, but yet Tio should be able to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? The theory of Tiffin calling for fights. He really knows he can't get. Yeah, I hear quack quack. I know Teofimo turned down Brian Norman Jr., Kenny Sims. Who else he turned down last year? He turned down a gang of motherfuckers to face Steve Claggett. Yeah, it was some quack quack there too. It was a StreamYard duck in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It go both ways. Um, it's either fall or nothing for Boots and Norman. That's what I'm saying. I think so too. I hit your inbox. Okay, I'm gonna tap in on it. But yeah, no, that's cool though. I think. Look, I'm not mad at the T.O. fight. He's number one at 40. He want to go up to 47. I don't think he need a warm up fight at 40, at 47. I just say shit. You know, just buy your time. You know, okay, you want to fight Boots, number one guy. Boots trying to fight Brian Norman Jr. You can already lay the groundwork and tell the WBO, bro. So whoever wins that fight, I'm exercising my super championship privilege. I'm exercising. So you can go ahead and move me up and all that shit. And that to me, that's the man. I'm gonna have to take my man's course. That's what I would do as a manager. I would maneuver that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, all right, you want to fight this guy? All right, boom, too easy. I want the winner. I want the winner. I can go fight. Well, if he go fight Devin Haney or whoever else he fight, too easy. You know what I'm saying? All it's gonna do is build up his stock. He beat Devin Haney, build him up, build him up. The fight's still there. You know what I'm saying? He beat Devin Haney. The fight get bigger. You know what I'm saying? With the winner between Norman and Boots. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? If you're good enough, you'll make it to your big fights. So these guys fight on the same card and they got fights lined up down the road. Hey, if you're good enough, you'll make it. MJ was good enough. He made it. He made that shit. Other guys make it. It's a whole it's a lot of guys that they can make it to their fight. So I see that's why I don't be tripping and overreacting on shit because the fight still can happen because you got the political play to Fimo. He got the political play. He can make that fight. If he really wants to fight, fight for three. But that's what I'm saying, bro. And that's what I'm saying. He didn't have no problem fighting for three belts at lightweight, and he called himself undisputed. What's the problem now? You know what I'm saying? What's the problem? They called him undisputed when he beat Josh Taylor, and they fought for one belt. Come on, bro. So it is what it is. All right. Real quick with the WBA rankings at 147. So we got Rolly. He's the regular champion. Not sure what he's gonna do, but I'm pretty sure he's looking out for that Pacquiao fight. Curiel, he's number 5. He moved up like 7 spots. He's gonna fight on the Jake Paul undercard. He has a new trainer with Robert Garcia. He left Freddie Roach. Let me see. And then Greg Outlaw come in number 15. That's your guy right there, the Boston source. Yes, sir. That's your guy. He come in number 15. So let's see if he gets some big. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. 140. We got Gary Antoine Russell. So he is in negotiations with his mandatory, Andy Harako. That deadline to pass. So I expect that fight to get on the Tank Davis card too. That's another WBA sanctioned fight. That's what I'm thinking. They fought on the same card together last time. We'll see. I heard some rumblings, maybe Harako's team trying to take it to Japan, but that's a PBC fight. So let's see. Let's see if they can make it. For initially, I heard it's supposed to be on uh, Pacquiao's card, but Pacquiao's card already announced. So the next one is Tank Davis. So that'd be a good look. So we'll see. Unless they do like a standalone event or something like that. So yeah, that's actually a good fight too. Andy Harako beat Jen Sasaki. Yeah, on the anyway card. Let's see. Let's see if they can get it on there. You know what I'm saying? For sure. They all on Devin's hit list. Let's get it. Oh yeah, sharpshooter. That's what's up, bro. Let's see. We getting close to these guys just go ahead and start announcing the fight, announcing what they're gonna do. Yeah, we ain't heard any news from WBA yet. They didn't call for the purse bid. Yeah, I'm saying that shit's supposed to have been on the 21st. You know what I'm saying? Or the 25th. Wait, that shit passed already. Big Supreme, what's good with you? Salute. So yeah, if they can get on the anyway card, that's fine too. I mean, shit. That's a good fight though. It's the most delusional boxer right now. Yeah, he got guys falling behind him too. That's even worse. So we'll see. WBC champion Alberto Playo. He got Matisse. I love that fight. July 12th. Hitchens is fighting Cambosis June 14th. I expect Hitchens to win that fight. And you got Teofimo, the super champion at the WBO. So he can exercise his mandatory. That's what I'm saying. Like he can get that fight if he really wanted it. Like it's this because one avenue shut down. That don't mean all the other avenues are shut down. This is boxing. It's a wild, wild west. You can make that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Okay, 140. I still like 140. Still got some good names. Kenneth Sands versus Oscar Duarte. That's August the 2nd. Those guys gonna reschedule their fight. Look like Chicago. Adam Azam should be back. I think it said July for him. They was trying to get Regis, but I don't think Regis is gonna fall for that. So yeah. So we'll see. I want to see Antoine back for sure. Now he put on a great performance against Rayo. And then one more thing to mention. Last month, Frank Martin was number 8. As you guys can see, you can do a quick little scan. They removed him from the WBA rankings at 140, and he's not in the rankings at 35 either. And I know he's been talking about coming back and shit at 140, and he might be on one of these PBC cards too coming up. So, but it's not gonna be like. So that tells me it's not gonna be like a big fight. Maybe he's gonna fight. I don't know. And then this is another thing too. Y'all stay with me. I think they put him at 140 at number 8 just in case the Andy Harako fight wasn't going to happen. So that's like a backup plan. So maybe the PBC was like, shit, if he can't fight him, maybe we'll give Frank Martin an opportunity at a world title against Gary Antoine. That's a tough one coming off that tank loss and inactivity. But you can see the play. So that tells me the Harako fight is probably closer to getting signed and announced. That's just me. That's just me how I'm interpreting that shit. Because what other reason to put him in at number 8? You know what I'm saying? He ain't fought at 140, right? So that's just me. Let me know if I'm tripping though. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Let me see. No Mexican Jimenez. Oh, okay. Here y'all talking. I think you talking about Jimenez to be scrappy. He's from Costa Rica. He's from Costa Rica. You were saying, damn, Blunt Sports, you saying, damn, the Frank Martin get removed? Yeah, that should be like that. Jen Sasaki said he was recovered from COVID, allegedly. Oh, yeah, go get that shit back then. Like we tell everybody else, go get that shit back. He could be on the August 16th card, man. Let's go. Is he at 35 or 4? He said he's going to 140. That's what he keeps saying. So, yeah, Jimenez is a tough fight for anybody. I like Jimenez, bro. I'm gonna go Matisse. Jimenez is the mandatory for taking. You talking about which? Oh, now I'm confused. Now you talking about David Jimenez that beat Scrappy, or you talking about the Jimenez Christian Medina kid that just fought last weekend? Let me know. Appreciate you, bro. D-Lo in the building. What's good with you? 135. So we got Tank and Ropes. They're gonna run that shit back. There's no mandatory, even though Zepeda up here at number 1. We know Zepeda gonna face Shakur Stevenson in July. We got 2 new entries. We have Josh Pally at number 8 and Tevin Farmer at number 10. So we know Tevin Farmer is gonna fight Floyd Schofield. So that's you probably can look at that as like a eliminator of sorts. That's an interesting fight. Tevin Farmer, he getting credit for losing because he'll give you a tough fight. They turning him into a gatekeeper. I mean, he had 2 tough fights with Zepeda. I thought the first fight was closer. The second fight, I thought Zepeda won clear. But I thought he won the first fight too. And then he came on short against Mortala because he got tired. So now he going in with Schofield. And a lot of people expecting him to beat Schofield. I think I'm giving Schofield the edge right now. But we're going to see. We're going to see. That's a good fight, though. Tevin going to test his ass for sure. Let me see. So Andy Cruz is fighting in a couple of weeks, IBF. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying about him going on the IBF route instead of staying with the WBO. I'm just saying, I can do that because I don't have no sides of the street. But no, it's actually smart though, him going after the IBF because even if let's say Keyshawn fight Mortala, the winner of that become unified, he can fight for two belts. Or he can kind of cut off the path of Keyshawn Davis fighting Mortala and get the IBF first. We gotta see what Lomachenko gonna do. But yeah, Andy Cruz is there. He gonna be fighting for a world title soon. I'm with it. He can fight too. Let me see. Pitbull Cruz is gonna fight on Pacquiao's card against Fiera rematch. That should be fun. You see Rayo, he reclassified to 135. He's number 9. So we'll see what he got coming up, or if he got anything coming up. Um, so yeah, Herrera, Yalia Herrera. We haven't heard much about him, probably because Shakur Stevenson, his fight not it ain't fight week for Shakur. Normally, a lot of these guys you don't hear shit about them. Only what I'm saying if they got a fight coming up, they talk about Shakur or somebody else. They clout chase another fighter. I like to see the guy get on their own though. Like we should be hearing something about Herrera. He came in number 5 in the WBO rankings, and he was unranked the month before. We should be pushing him. Like push him when we push him when they're going back and forth with other fighters. Like push him on the on the downtime. Because I'm thinking Herrera can fight. He might be closer to a WBO mandatory position too. If he can fight the number 1 guy, Sam Noakes, that's a Queensberry fight. We should be pushing for that. You know what I'm saying? That can get him closer to a Keyshawn fight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It depends on who you rock with, I guess. I like Frank Martin versus Pitbull. That would be fun. That'd be cool. But Pitbull, he be, what I'm saying? He was talking about Jimenez that fought Scrappy. I'm talking about Jimenez that fought. Yeah, okay, yeah. He's gonna fight Take It, right? Yeah, yeah. You put me on to that. Schofield. Yeah, okay. Eliminator. That's what's up. I'm saying Jimenez beat Scrappy convincingly. Oh yeah. He did beat him. Yes, definitely gatekeeper status. No, for sure. Yeah, he can beat him, but I mean, I don't. I think he can beat him. I just don't say like I say people are saying it's gonna be easy money for Tevin Foreman. I don't see that, but he can beat him though. I don't like giving guys credit for losses though, because I feel like if you losing those close fights, what adjustments you made? You know what I'm saying? What adjustments you made? Having deceiving ass records. Nos is number 1. Yep, he's number 1. He said who? Yeah, he's number 1. He's strong though. Yeah, he's a strong. Yeah, he's number 1. I got you. Pitbull is staying at 140. Yes, sir. Him and Fiera. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. All right, 130. So we have Lamar Roach still champion at 130. He gonna fight Tank. His mandatory, excuse me, Albert Batagaziev. He's the interim champion. He probably have another defense. He might fight Jazza Dickinson. While I'm playing, while I'm looking at it, he might fight Jazza Dickinson. Jazz. Yeah, I'm gonna put that out there. So we'll see. I like Butagaziev. He's a fun fighter. You know what I'm saying? You see Ray Ford. Ray Ford gonna have to be somebody's mandatory. He's not gonna get no voluntary defense in none of these champions. He got to get in a mandatory position and get a mandatory whatever. So I don't know. Gallegos is a new entry at number 15. So 130 is like a blah division. It's blah. Got good names, good fighters. We don't got no unifications on the horizon. We got some new blood though. We got Sugar Nunez, IBF champion. He's a fun fighter, action packed fighter. I like him, but we'll see. Number 9, Josue Arguello. He's gonna fight an interim title fight against Cuello at featherweight. So you guys can see you can be ranked at a higher weight class and you can reclassify to fight for a title or fight a guy. So this guy right here, number 9, he's gonna face Cuellar, the WBA mandatory at 126. But yeah, Oshaki Foster and Steve Fulton, that's good to go. Sugar Nunez has won the title. I'm thinking he's going to take a hometown defense. I know people calling for Ray Ford, but I'm being realistic. Ray Ford might have to get a mandatory position. I'm just being honest. He too good. Like high risk, low reward. That's just what it is. Unless his team is good to get him that opportunity, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So and then Navarrete, he might he fuck around and lose his title tomorrow. That would be unprecedented. But he fuck around and lose his title tomorrow because the California State Athletic Commission, they're doing their hearing on that fight to make their ruling. Is it a no contest? Is it a TKO victory for the new champion Charlie Suarez? What are they going to do? Then, based on the decision that the California State Athletic Commission hands down, then the WBO will make their decision. And 10 times out of 10, they're going to just order that fight. You know what I'm saying? They're going to reorder that fight. And maybe they'll do the 50th anniversary of the Thriller in Manila to run that fight back, the rematch. So we're going to see. So really, that's why I said this division is like blah, because the top guys not fighting each other. And, some of the guys that I think that can probably is one of the best, he got to get in a mandatory position. So it's like, yeah, we need some life to 130 for sure. We need some life. Let me see where I leave off at. We haven't seen a unification since, yeah, for real. Yep, last one. We probably won't get one for a while. Thank Father, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. I don't think he will. I don't think he would not lose it, but no contest. Yeah, no contest. Justice for Suarez. Let's get it. Then they said a rematch. Yeah, that's what they're working on. That's what they're working on. Let's see. Thriller in Manila. I don't think Nav can make 130 in September. I don't think so either. We're gonna see. Any pressure on Lamont Roach to vacate? Nah, no pressure. He's in good with the WBA. You know what I'm saying? Um, they understand the situation with him and Tate, so they're not ready to strip him off that performance. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna, he got a good relationship with the WBA. You remember, look, cheap game though. This how you know how good a relationship he had with the WBA. He left Golden Boy as the mandatory, and he still kept that position. Normally, when you leave a big promoter, they do everything they can to kind of blackball you from that position. When he left Golden Boy, he was still the mandatory, and he got the Hector Luis Garcia fight out for being a free agent. You know what I'm saying? That don't normally happen. They normally blackball you and stall you out and have you fighting on crazy ass networks or whatever, right? But he had a good enough team to keep him in position with that mandatory. That don't normally happen. So yeah, he's good with them for sure. Yeah, for sure. There you go. Yeah, they fucks with Lamont Roach for sure. They mess with him heavy. He got a good team too. Um, 126. Cuello. Okay, I'll go back to it. He's ranked at. Hold on, let me go back. He's ranked at 135. I'm gonna highlight him. No, excuse me. He ranked at 130. Jesus Francisco Arguello, the one I highlight. I don't know if you can see it. I went back to it. Let me take you down. So he's right here, number 9 in the WBO. I mean WBA. I'm sorry, WBA. My bus. Let me see. I'm gonna put his box rec in the. I'm gonna put his box rec in the chat, so make it easier for you. Let me put his box rec in there. Educational purposes. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everybody's tapped in. But this is the name I saw that Cuellar gonna fight. This is the name I saw. I know he's ranked at 130, so that might throw you off. But like I mentioned, if you ranked at a higher division and you want to do business at another one, it's just that's easy paperwork for them to do. You know what I'm saying? Easy money, easy paperwork. So that's his name. Let me get his damn box shirt together. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I got you, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Educational purposes, yo. We make sure everybody good. So that's the guy. Cuello versus Aguero. That's the one. We're gonna get back to 126. So yeah, go tap in with him. Yes, sir, DJ. Yeah, he tapped in, bro. He talking about Mexican. Speaking of Mexican deceiving records, Jesus Vasquez. I think he beat. I forgot. I gotta go back and see him. 817 was good with you. So yeah, yeah, that's the fight for Cuellar though in Argentina. That's the name I seen. Tap in with that. So Nick Ball is the WBA champion. So he was in talks to fight Brandon Figueroa, but Brandon Figueroa got that Joet Gonzalez fight on the Pacquiao card. So and then Cuellar, I was thinking it was going to be Cuellar, but Cuellar is fighting another guy for the interim title. So that probably mean that Nick Ball gonna fight somebody in the top 15 if he do fight. He got that anyway golden ticket though. PGA's big dog, what's good with you, bro? Shushu is fighting. Well, you saying he fighting the WBC interim title. So I don't know if we're gonna get the Nick Ball fight. You know what I'm saying right now. So I don't know. I think if Shushu wins that interim title against the African kid, then and if Fulton don't come back to the division, he'll get elevated. It's a possibility for unification for sure. It's also having that WBC title. It's a possibility for an anyway fight. So I don't know. It could happen. I mean, all that shit can happen. But I can see Shushu becoming WBC champion, make a defense or two, wait for anyway, and then he going up to 130. I don't know how long Shushu can stay at 26. I don't know. So I'm not putting a lot of fights on Shushu right now at 26. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Let me see. So yeah, we know Shushu fighting July 26th, WBC eliminator. Komatov, he had a comeback fight in April. He should be back in the mix. Figueroa, Joet. Joet is a new entry at number 11. That's gonna be a fun fight to kick off the pay-per-view for Pacquiao Barrios. That's a fun fight. Omar Trinidad, number 8. Nakakani, I like him. Japanese fighter, up and coming. Luis Nunez, he's supposed to have some coming too. Damn. So if you're looking at this, right, who would Nick Ball fight? You know what I'm saying? If you don't, and I just showed you guys, the guy don't have to be ranked at 126 in order for him to have that fight. He can be ranked below, or he can be ranked higher in a higher division. It's just about them just doing that paperwork to, you know what I'm saying, to make that fight happen. So we'll see. Nick Ball's supposed to come back in August. So we'll see what they give him. Yeah, we'll see. But he got that. He waiting for that anyway fight though. He trying to get that anyway fight at in December. So we're gonna see. He could easily be fighting that. He could easily fight at 35. I'm with that too. I think he can too. He been there for a long time. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how much longer. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. So it's probably just. I'm just gonna take the low hanging fruit. He get that interim title. You know what I'm saying? Then he may get elevated to full champion, and then maybe have one defense, or maybe opportunity with a unification with Espinoza or maybe Leo, and one or two fights after the interim title. I think he up out of there, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta see if Pierce will have a fight on OTX. Yeah, he been out the ring for a while. Yo. I thought he was coming back in April. He ain't fucking with anyway. Yeah, let's see though. Let's see. They gotta show me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit sounds good all the time, but like I thought Resenda, I said that shit about Plant last night. I was like, man, he gonna mess with Plant. Plant gonna all box him. And then Plant over there getting tired on those snap packs. So I don't know. I wanna see the fight though. Show me. I mean, anyway, went to his fight. He showed face when he fought in New York. You know what I'm saying? He was in the crowd. So that telling me that he's interested. So shit, show me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see it. You know, and I would give both guys credit, whoever wins, credit. 122. So we got the best fight that's about to happen in this division. I know last couple of anyway fights, y'all probably won't cool with it, whatever. Some of the opponents. Cardenas put up a great effort. Um, came on short. We got something on him too. So anyway, is gonna face MJ in September 14th. MJ had a fight Friday, a little tune-up fight, you know what I'm saying? And he already had the fight signed with anyway. He was good enough to win his fight to get to the big fight, you know what I'm saying? Unlike some other guys, my guy Wilder, that shit made me sick. Plant, uh, Ryan Garcia, all these guys losing when they got shit already signed and stuff like that. They just weren't good enough. But MJ was, he gets his opportunity to show how good he is against anyway. That should be a good fight too. That should be a good fight. Um, I think Plant would be better at 60 or 54. Um, I don't think he can make those weights. I mean, he been a career 168 pounder. I can't see him moving down. I can see him actually moving up. Maybe if he move up, it may help his gas tank. That he don't have to make the weight. I don't know, but I don't think he can get those weights. This is me what I see. Getting tired of those snap packs is crazy. I mean, I'm saying I said that shit as a joke because they said snack make you a great some type of super duper fighter. It only depends on if that fighter that's associated with snack fighting your favorite fighter, then they on some super duper shit, right? But what about these other guys that's on snack for years and they be fading after the fourth round? You know what I'm saying? What type of snack they on? You know what I'm saying? They don't got no relationship with that dude. His ribs was red. They was coming out the grill. Yeah, nah, dude was getting busy on him for sure. Is this anyway his biggest test? Oh shit, that's a good question though. I want to say, uh, I don't know. I think it's gonna be somewhere in between Tapalis and Neri. I think his biggest test is was the Donaire fight. His biggest test was Donaire. I thought Tapalis put up a great effort, and Neri dropped him. Cardenas did good. I think it's gonna be in between that. You know what I'm saying? But on paper, MJ does have some stuff that I like. His footwork is real good, and he can punch. So he's in the game. You know what I'm saying? He's in the game for sure. So I'm gonna say nah. But if he got to show me though. You know what I'm saying? The essay just outworks him. I think after he got hurt in the sixth round, he never really recovered, in my opinion. He couldn't hurt Resendez, and also too, he couldn't bully him like he did Trevor McCombie because Resendez was actually wanting to fight. When McCombie got in close quarters with Plant, he didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? But Resendez was like, "Fuck all that." He let his hands go, and that's I think that was a key to the fight too. He always had gas tank issues, but I think we saw the beginning of the end. I think so too. I think probably that. Yeah, not for sure. I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with that. I think anyway it moves up to 26 after MJ. Yeah, it's nothing else at 22. Shit, I mean, look, Sam Goodman has opportunity. That'd be the only fight down there. Yeah, he going up after that. So Ramon Cardenas, he put up a great effort against anyway. Where it is, he's gonna fight for a WBA eliminator. I mean, a WBA interim title fight, or maybe the Reggie. I don't know, which one of them. Um, and look like it's. So I'm saying it's Gary Antonio Russell, based on this. Gary Antonio Russell came into new WBA rankings last month at number 6 at 122. I don't recall him fighting at 122. I remember he was at 118. That's when I know him for, and he haven't really been active. You know what I'm saying? So to see him just hop in at number 6, that was interesting to me. I'm like, okay, what they got for him? Because PBC really don't have no fighters down this low. So maybe they got something for him. Cardenas was number 1 last month, but he put up a good effort. He kept his spot. Now Antonio Russell moved up 4 spots to number 2. So I'm just putting it together. You know what I'm saying? That's the fight I see. Cardenas versus Gary Antonio Russell. Could it be against somebody else? It could be, but I have a point too. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so we got Peter McGrail. He got a good fight coming up against that Shabazz Masood guy. That's a good fight. They fight June 18th. That's a good fight. Jerwin Kaha's former world champion up in there. Who else I recognize? Kevin Gonzalez. I remember him. So yeah, we're gonna get that fight. That's the best fight to happen. MJ versus Naoya anyway coming up September 14th. So let's get it. Let's get it. Here go 118. So we got some news at 118 as well. Let me see. Contenders at Super Bantamweight is starting. Yeah, the interim titles. Yeah, yeah. Now I just think it's time for him to move up too, though. Is he waiting for Nakatani? Good question. Maybe he stayed for him too. Maybe he do stay. You know, we'll see. Because I feel like if he go up to 26, he gonna stay. But if he yeah, I want to see that Nakatani fight too. I want to see it at 122. Man, let's see. Let's see. I forgot about that. I appreciate that. I would like to see that. That let me know. Let's let you know something cooking out for sure. Yeah, that's how we figuring shit out though. Nah, 118 for Gary Antonio. Shit, this saying 122. We gonna see when the fight get announced. Then for 122, then I come back and find you. Antonio is fighting on MVP card on Saturday. Oh, that's what's up. He need to get some activity going. He need to get some activity going for sure. He need to get something going. That's what I heard yesterday. That's good. Get him some activity. But that Cardenas fight gonna be good for him. And that's a fight he probably can win too, but he have to be careful with the counter punches because my man Manny Rodriguez was countering Antonio all night. Crazy. He ain't make no adjustments. He needs another fight in 4 months. Gotta stay in the gym. I'm with that. I'm with that. I am. I thought Charlo looked solid. MJ been talking greasy. So he gonna get a chance to prove it. That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he need to move up. He gonna get a chance to prove it. Let's go. So at 118, so we got some changes, right? So Antonio Vargas is the new WBA champion at 118. Tsunami was the champion, but they put him in champion recess. So I guess he's injured or got some shit going on. He was supposed to face Antonio Vargas. So Vargas is a new champion. Nobody called him no email champion. Y'all notice that? They ain't call him no email champion. Too easy. It depends on the fighter and affiliation. And we all know Teofimo coined that phrase email champion. So if Devin Haney get a vacant belt or any black fighters that we know, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna call them an email champion. But they're not gonna call Antonio Vargas one. I just gotta make sure everything is on an equal playing field. you know, but it's all good. Just fucking around. But Vargas, he got a tough fight though. He's gonna face Higa. Higa is a former world champion. This dude is tough. Like he ain't no gatekeeper yet. I don't think he's no gatekeeper. He's a top contender. Like he's gonna give you problems. All the champions that he's fought, he came on short against. Is like their toughest fight. So that's a tough defense for Vargas. And Vargas is a fun fighter. I mean, in his best wins, he got knocked down early in the fight. He came back to score knockout victories. I think Jonathan Rodriguez and Winston Guerrero, those two fights. He got dropped early. He came back and stopped those guys. So he's a fun, strong, young fighter. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see what's up. If he can beat Higa, then he can be in position to probably fight. He fucking might have to fight Donaire. Here's the thing about Donaire. Donaire, he came in like number 5 a couple of months, right? And he been inactive. He's gonna fight an interim title fight June the 14th against Andres Campos. Campos, he's a new entry. He used to fight at 112, like recent, and he moving up like 2 weight classes to face Donaire. So it's under the radar. They're gonna fight at the WBA event KO Drugs in Argentina, June 14th. So my guy Donaire is back in the mix. He's back in the mix. So he's gonna get an opportunity to fight for that world title for sure. You already see what's going on. Uh, Tension Nakasawa. This is the same guy that had that exhibition with Floyd Mayweather. But he been looking all right as a pro. He beat former champion Jason Maloney. And he's a fun fighter. And he a big star in Japan. He got a tough ass fight coming up this weekend. Next Sunday actually, on Jonto Nakatani's undercard. He got Victor Santillan for Dominican Republic. Southpaw. You know, he's in that same mold as De Los Santos and shit. We got twitchy, fast. Got some power. That's a tough fight for Tension. If he can beat him, like I'm talking about, like dominate him, that's saying something. That's a good fight right there. And then we got Junto Nakatani unifying with Nashida. That's June the 8th. You know what I'm saying? So that's coming up. With the same Take had a first round stoppage victory. Um, we can get to a point where we can get it can be an opportunity for Junto Nakatani, who I think is the best to unify this division. You know what I'm saying? Before he go up and try to get that anyway fight. But also too, my man DJ was talking about maybe anyway staying the weight for him at 122. Maybe Nakatani stayed the weight for Bam Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Junto Nakatani got an opportunity to fight. He got some super fights. Bam Rodriguez is a super fight. And then now anyway is a huge super fight in Japan. So he's like in the middle of that shit. So yeah, that's what's up though. It must be nice to have some opponents, you know what I'm saying? To build your resume and your legacy type shit. So I'm looking forward to it. But he got to win that fight on Saturday. I don't think it's gonna be easy too. I don't think it's gonna be easy. I mean, I appreciate you guys in the building for sure. Salute to everybody. Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna get back to the chat. Um, it ain't gonna be a major name, just a step up. He said, "Y'all hit that like button." I appreciate you, bro. He said, "Facts." Hager gonna pull up a hell of a fight. Yeah, he did. He did good against him. He gonna do it. He gonna do it again. He fuck around and beat Vargas. I'm gonna be honest. He's a dude tough. Wait, how's that improve? You said which one? I missed it, man. I should have stayed tapped in with the chat. It's that monitor. I want to Bam move up to 18. Bam got some shit to he still got some stuff to clean up a little bit. He got unification coming up. Maybe he can possibly unify that division, undisputed. But yeah, him and John 2 gonna be crazy. No, neither gonna sell tickets. Man, we gonna see. uh, yeah, nah, for real. Higer's like that. Winston Lee, what's good with you, bro? Tension was a hell of a kickboxer, bro. He's a huge star. Now he is. No, I know. Yep, he's a huge star over there. Yep, John 2. Yeah, John 2 like that. Donell's a draw, but still up for a great fight. I don't know if he's a big draw like that no more though. I don't know. I went to his fight when he won the WBC title in Carson. Man, ain't want nobody in that motherfucker. It was probably about 2,000 people, maybe. That was the same night as Loma and Richard Coleman. And since then, he fought what? He lost to Santiago. I mean, that was I forgot whose card that was on. It was on the undercard for pay per view. I don't know if he's a big draw, but he still got an all time left hook, and the intrigue is there because if Donnell hits you with that left hook, bro, it don't matter if he's 42 or 22. You might be in some trouble. So I don't know, but I still root for Donnell because you know what I'm saying, he in my age bracket. And I want to see him if he can if he can get a big opportunity and a big payday, then why not? Now Junto, yeah, he's in a hell of a position, for sure. Appreciate you. He's in a great position. He ain't a big draw even if yes, that's what I'm thinking too. I don't know. Um, is that the kid that fought Scrappy? Yeah, that's him. Yeah. I like him, man. He's tough. He's a tough fighter, bro. Um, he has a name but not a big draw. Yeah, it wasn't nobody in there. That was a night Cussio Clayton. He fought. That was the fight before he fought Boots. Uh, Marlon Tapales had a second round knockout to become the IBF mandatory. What else I remember about that card? It was kind of chilly out there that night, and yeah, it wasn't a lot of people in that motherfucker for sure. I just know if he's on. Yeah, no, for real. No, I'm with that though. Donaire, that left hook, that's an all time left hook, bro. His left hook is already in the Hall of Fame, bro. Already. Yeah, no, I'm with that though. Donaire is like that though. He funny. Maybe that's why he got the position. Not for sure. Yeah, it was kind of cold out there, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was kind of cold. And I was like watching. I was trying to like see what was going on with Lomachenko and Comey that night. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I remember that shit. 115. So we got Fernando Martinez. He's defending his title against Ioka. I thought Ioka edged that out, but he got 2 wins over Ioka now. The Bam fight, that's the biggest fight in that division. So Bam become if he unify, uh, get that WBO title. I like to see him face Martinez instead of the IBF champion, or maybe the IBF champion face Martinez or whatever. But Garcia, he's definitely the weakest link. He got his title finally, but I'd rather see Bam fight Martinez. That's a big fight, you know what I'm saying, for that division. So we'll see. And we see Bam, he's going to face Kofi for the WBO. Garcia got the IBF. They go David Jimenez. He's a tough out. He going to fight Scrappy again? Yo. Yo, and Scrappy, he's a good fighter and stuff like that, but Jimenez is so awkward. He's tricky. He's a tough fighter. I don't know. We'll see. Salute to him for asking for that fight. Kenshiro. I think my man Anthony broke this though. He said Kenshiro Tajiri is gonna face Ricardo Sandoval. I think that he told me that shit. He said that shit on Twitter. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate that. Yo, that's actually a solid fight. Sandoval is gonna come to fight. He's one of the better body punchers and down in this weight classes, in these lower weight classes. He's with Golden Boy. Um, that's a good title defense for Kenshiro. I would much rather see Kenshiro versus Yabuki, the third fight for unification. But I know Yabuki got a mandatory. Oscar Waga has a mandatory, so he can't run those. He beat both of the champions. It's crazy. Kenshiro beat those other two champions at 108. He beat Oscar Waga at a late replacement when Jonathan Gonzalez pulled out. And then he had 2 fights with Yabuki. Yabuki won the first fight, stopped him. Then Kenshiro came back and stopped him. So they moved up to 112. And those 2 guys that he beat a couple years ago actually can be big fights for him now because they kind of develop into their own as a champion. But also Kenshiro, don't rule out Kenshiro after his next fight. Uh, against Sandoval, him moving up to 115 to go after Bam Rodriguez. So Bam is in a good spot because Kenshiro is a legacy name type of fight. He already got some legacy names on his resume. So he kind of like in the middle, like how Jansu Nakatani is in the middle. He's like in the middle as well because he can get this guy right here. He's probably the number one guy at 112 moving up. And then he can get the guys that's left in his division, 115, Martinez, Garcia, get those belts. And then he can go up to 118 and get Juntu. So Bam is in a great position. He got fights. He got fights to be made. You know what I'm saying? So people pushing him up to 126 and 130 and whatever. I say let him. He got some shit to conquer. Just because you don't know who these guys are, because the majority of fans don't know who these guys are, so they'll say he's not fighting nobody. But actually, he got some fight. He got some good names. One other thing about 112 pounds. So Yankee Rivera, I know he was with Matchroom. To my understanding, he's about to sign with MVP. And he was supposed to face Angelina Cordova, which is a great fight. You know what I'm saying? Not sure what's gonna happen, but he's supposed to be signed with MVP, Yankee Rivera. So we'll see. And I see Andy Dominguez got a fight coming up too, like in July. 108. So Eric Rosa, I seen him linked to somebody. I forgot. I can't remember. But I seen him linked. He was talking about unifying as well. He's the WBA champion, Dominican fighter, young fighter. Um, yeah, he called out Yabuki. Yo, that was crazy right there. Yabuki probably would have stopped him, but I salute him for calling him out though. You know what I'm saying? Rene Santiago is a WBO champion. I believe he has a mandatory. No, he was just the mandatory. Or maybe he got something coming. And then Padistri, the WC champion. I heard he was fighting somebody, man. I be forgetting. Remind me. If my man Ant's still in the building, let me know. And then 105, Oscar Collazo. Like, look, yo, it's time. Like, fight one of these Filipino fighters. You know what I'm saying? These champions. I know he beat Melvin Jerusalem, but it's a different day. He came back and got the WBC title. I like the IBF champion too, Pedro Teleran though. So either one, Oscar Collazo is the number one guy in this division. He's a unified champion, Puerto Rican. He might be the name and the face down here. We probably recognize him. He can fight his ass off. But he got some cleaning up to do as well. You know what I'm saying? He got to get these two champions right here. He got to before he go up. He got to get it. Um, he said, yes, sir. Appreciate that, July. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Good fight. I think Sandoval can win. This is a good time to catch Kenshiro because Kenshiro, I think he's fading a little bit. And Sandoval, I trust him. He know how to travel. He went to the UK and beat up on Jay Harris for I think it was a eliminator. So I'm with that. Oh yeah, Sandoval. Yeah, I like Sandoval. He's a good kid too. Good dude. Cool. To 100. Okay. Takami versus Rosa of Pedestri. Okay, bet. Yeah, let's go, man. Yeah, he said we want that. Let's get it. I want that fight too. I don't see a reason why that fight can't happen. Like honestly, I mean, it's not like these guys got like so much money down here where they can price each other out. They want the smoke. If you look at these guys, all the top names, they fight each other. All these guys fight each other. So why not? I'm with that shit. So yeah, that's all we got for the WBA rankings, though. You know, like I say, I use this a lot because it can tell you what's coming before they actually tell you what's coming. And I like to be a step ahead, bro. Like I be hating when people be like, if they say they got something coming and they say, oh, well, we can't tell you or we are gonna say it, bro. Why even say you got something coming? Just announce your fight already. You know what I'm saying? Just announce your fight because when somebody say I got something coming but I can't speak on it, I ain't gonna lie. It made me get into the books and start to figure that shit out. Because the boxing, it ain't really that big, and you can if you tapped in, you can really see the play. It ain't nothing so crazy. You can see the play. You know, you can see it. So I be like, bro, okay. If you don't want to say that, I get it, but I'm gonna figure that shit out anyway, just for the hell of it. Like I figured out Lamont Rose Jr.'s fight when he fought McCory. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling him on social media, yo, bro, I want to see that fade with you and O'Shaquie Foster. He tried he downplayed that shit. You know what I'm saying? He downplayed it. So I was like, oh, you about to fight Patty McCory. You know I won't lie because how many times I can't remember how many times I even said that name out loud. So you know I won't tripping. I put that shit out there to him, and sure enough, the Monroe Jr. versus Patty McCory, DC Pro Box. Yeah, I'm gonna figure that shit out, bro. Because we won't. Well, for me, I thought him and O'Shaquie Foster would be a good unification and a reasonable fight to make because Top Rank really don't got no plans for O'Shaquie Foster. You can see that because you see how they robbed him against Cassial. Then he got the belt back, and you're expecting him to unify with Navarrete, but Navarrete going to fight. You know what I'm saying? Not knocking Charlie Suarez. Salute to him. I'm just saying it looked like it wasn't nothing blocking a unification with Navarrete and Ashaki Foster. So I don't know, but it worked out for Lamar Rose Jr. because he got two tank fights. So you know what I'm saying? Let's get it. But here's a couple of things that that popped in my head. That was kind of alarming when I seen it. So this Andres Campos, he came into new rankings. He gonna fight Donaire. So this giving Donaire opportunity at a WBA interim title. You know what I'm saying? Gary Antonio Russell, right? So him moving up those spots, I'm just thinking that's for him. I mean, when the last time he fought? Like I don't know. I don't know off top. And my man JB said he's fighting this weekend, the boxing source. So maybe that would get him to shake the cobwebs off because he was supposed to fight on a pro box card. but maybe he can shake the cobwebs off and then get a Ramon Cardenas fight maybe later this year. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a good fight, to be honest. So that's one. Uh, I spoke on Cuellar. He's gonna fight this kid right here, Aguero Josue right here. I know Josue is not ranked at featherweight, but those guys still can make it happen. 135. Some this noteworthy stuff. Joshua Padley coming in number 8. You know what I'm saying? He just had a good win too. I think he won a regional title too after the Shakur fight, and then Tevin Farmer. So he comes in at number 10, and he's gonna face Floyd Schofield. So eliminator. There you go. Appreciate that. My man dropped that earlier in the chat. Gabe Flores got a fight coming up too. I think it's June the 14th or June 13th. He's fighting in his hometown. Let me see. I'm just trying to recap real quick. They go Greg Outlaw, new entry. 154, 150. Nothing going on at 54 like that. 160. So Conor Coyle, he's trying to get an eliminator or something like that. That's why he has an asterisk by his name. Eric Priest is a new entry. Let me see. Bake the Bully, number 1. Resendez, interim champion. Caleb Plant dropped to number 4. Charlo, number 2. Yeah. Okay. That's what it is. I think that's it. So yeah, man, I love doing this, man. This is see the play, see what's going on, see what these guys trying to do, make these fights, and it helps out a lot. And following the rankings, you don't gotta be as in depth as I am, but at least have some knowledge of it. I would say then you can understand some of the stuff because I'm trying to get people out of this mindset of saying a fighter don't deserve a fight. I used to think like that though, but I see too many instances where that shit ain't the truth no more. And I changed my opinion about it because I'm like, damn, bro, if his team can get him that opportunity after a knockout loss, shit, he a better. I want people on my team like that because everybody go through peaks and valleys and shit. So I need somebody on my squad. You know what I'm saying? When I be fucking shit up, be like, nah, bro, we got you. We're gonna put you on we're gonna get you right over here. Yo, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that in that mindset instead of saying he don't deserve this, he don't deserve that. And I understand this is not a sport where you deserve anything. If your team can get it, you deserve that shit. You deserve it. It's a wild, wild west sport. It ain't even no sport. It's a wild, wild west situation, business. Yeah, I seen that. There's no longer fighting in July. The Golden Boys should get the deal done. Yeah. Golden Boy next show is August the 2nd. Why not do it right there? Or the Riyadh season card for August 16th. I think that should be good. Yes, sir. I'm with that. Well, I want to salute everybody coming through the building, man. I appreciate you guys' time. If you want to tap in with these rankings, just go to the website, WBA, the website, and then you can tap in. You know what I'm saying? You can stay up to date, all that good stuff. But that's something you into. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to push that on nobody. But yeah, they come out, the WBA rankings come out the last day of each month. So that can give you a nice little timeline to tap in. So that's what it is. I'll be back on Tuesday. We're going to cover the fight week. We got a big time fight week. You know what I'm saying? Man, I appreciate you coming through, bro. Thank you so much. Salute to you. We have a big time fight week, man. This off top, Keyshawn coming back, Norfolk. That's going to be good. I like that undercard. Abdullah Mason, DB3, Tiger Johnson, Troy Isley. I mean, that shit going to be crazy. I'm feeling that. Fabio Worley fighting. He's a fun fighter. We have a Pro Box card with Justin Paldo on there. Friday, we got some shit too. I can't remember off top, but we're going to cover it tomorrow. I know we got a card in Canada. We also have an MVP card. We got fights on Sunday. Jay Abataya, #1 at Cruiserweight. We got Jonathan Nakatani at Unification with Nashida. That's going to be crazy, bro. Like I was saying earlier in my show, if you're one of these boxing fans that like boxing and what happens in the ring, This is gonna be a great weekend for you. You know what I'm saying? If you like the drama, you know where to go for the drama. Salute, Blunt Sports. I appreciate you, bro. Blunt Sports in the building. Salute to you. So yeah, man, I'm gonna close it out. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Enjoy the rest of y'all night, man, and I'm out.